Unveiling the Mind of Gottlob Frege, Discoveries Beyond Logic. Gottlob Frege, a German philosopher, profoundly transformed logic and mathematics in the 19th century with his revolutionary ideas. His work laid the groundwork for what would become analytic philosophy and modern logic, fields that have since become fundamental to philosophical inquiry and mathematical reasoning. Born in 1848, Frege's influence stretched far beyond his lifetime, earning him the title of the father of analytic philosophy and modern logic. His contributions were not just academic, they were foundational, changing how future generations would approach problems in logic, mathematics, and beyond. Frege introduced the concept of predicate calculus, significantly broadening the scope of logical analysis. This innovation allowed for a more nuanced understanding of mathematical and logical propositions, opening up new avenues for exploring these disciplines. His seminal work, Begriffsschrift, published in 1879, represents the first modern attempt at formal logic. This groundbreaking text laid the foundation for many of the logical systems used in mathematics and computer science today, illustrating Frege's profound impact on these fields. Frege's ambition was to establish a logical foundation for all of mathematics, challenging and seeking to improve upon the existing methodologies of his time. His work initiated a new era in mathematical and logical thought, emphasizing the importance of logical precision and clarity in the pursuit of knowledge. Gottlob Frege's exploration into the philosophy of language brought forward the groundbreaking notion of a sense and reference. This pivotal distinction reshaped how linguistics and cognitive science approached language, delving into the layers of meaning beyond mere words. Frege's insights opened new avenues for understanding how we communicate and interpret language. He introduced the terms a Sinn for sense and a Bedeutung for reference, offering a framework to distinguish between the way a term might be thought of and the actual object it refers to. This distinction has deeply influenced linguistic theory and the study of semantics, setting a foundational stone for modern cognitive sciences. Frege's bold argument that arithmetic could be reduced to logic, known as logicism, stirred the academic world. By proposing that the truths of mathematics were inherently logical truths, Frege challenged centuries-old beliefs about the nature of mathematical knowledge, pushing the boundaries of how we conceptualize numbers and their operations. His correspondence with Bertrand Russell marked a significant intellectual exchange that greatly influenced Russell's own monumental work on the Principia Mathematica. Frege's ideas not only enriched Russell's perspectives but also laid down a fertile ground for the development of analytic philosophy and the rigorous study of mathematical logic. However, Frege's logical system faced a major challenge with Russell's paradox, a dilemma that questioned the very foundations Frege aimed to establish. This setback led Frege to revise his approach, demonstrating the dynamic and self-corrective nature of philosophical inquiry. Despite the initial stumble, Frege's work remains a cornerstone in the realm of logic and mathematics. Gottlob Frege's work, initially overlooked by his contemporaries, has since been recognized as the bedrock of 20th century philosophy and mathematics. His groundbreaking contributions laid the foundations for fields that would later flourish, transforming the way logic, mathematics, and philosophy intersect. Frege's theories have become indispensable, shaping modern thought and academic disciplines. Quantifiers and variables, introduced by Frege, marked a significant advancement in understanding the intersection of language and logic. This innovation allowed for a more nuanced analysis of mathematical and logical statements, enhancing the precision of logical deductions. Frege's insights into the structure of language and logic continue to influence contemporary studies. Frege argued that mathematical truths are not empirical but analytical, derived from logical axioms. This perspective was revolutionary, suggesting that mathematics could be understood through logical principles alone. His work challenged the prevailing views of the time, setting the stage for further developments in logic and mathematics. The theoretical underpinnings of computer science owe much to Frege's work. His conceptualization of formal systems anticipated the algorithms and computing methods that would become central to the field. Frege's influence extends beyond philosophy and mathematics, laying the groundwork for the development of computer science. Frege's early attempts to base arithmetic on logic predated Gödel's incompleteness theorems, influencing subsequent mathematical thought. Despite encountering obstacles, such as Russell's paradox, Frege's pioneering efforts in logicism paved the way for major advances in the understanding of mathematics and its foundations. Gottlob Frege's pioneering work aimed to derive arithmetic from logic, setting a groundbreaking path that would later influence Kurt Gödel's incompleteness theorems. Frege's logical framework sought to provide a solid foundation for mathematics, proposing that all mathematical truths could, in principle, be derived from logical axioms. This ambitious project underscored his belief in the logical underpinnings of mathematics, a concept that was revolutionary at the time. Frege believed in the objective existence of mathematical objects, a standpoint that sparked debate among his contemporaries. This perspective was controversial, challenging the more subjective interpretations of mathematics that were prevalent in his era. Frege's conviction that mathematical entities had an existence independent of human thought contributed to the shaping of modern mathematical philosophy. In Grundgesetz der Arithmetik, Frege aimed to formalize arithmetic, laying out a system that would encapsulate the principles of mathematics in a logical structure. However, his ambitious endeavor encountered a significant obstacle with Russell's paradox, a contradiction that called into question the consistency of his logical system. This paradox highlighted a fundamental problem in the foundation of set theory, prompting Frege to revise his approach. Despite being a brilliant logician, Frege's political views were met with criticism for their conservatism. His philosophical and mathematical contributions were groundbreaking, yet his personal ideologies reflected a more traditional stance, diverging from the progressive views held by some of his peers. This aspect of his life has been scrutinized, illustrating the complex nature of his legacy. Frege's work remained largely unrecognized during his lifetime, only gaining widespread acclaim posthumously. After his death in 1925, the profound impact of his contributions to logic, mathematics, and the philosophy of language began to be fully appreciated. His innovative ideas laid the foundation for much of 20th century philosophy and mathematics, securing his place as a pivotal figure in the history of thought. Gottlob Frege dedicated much of his academic career to the University of Jena, where he served as a professor. At Jena, he was deeply immersed in his groundbreaking work, yet he remained relatively unknown to the wider academic world during his lifetime. His tenure at Jena was marked by intense research and the development of theories that would later revolutionize logic and mathematics. Frege's influence extended far beyond Jena, reaching the Vienna Circle and contributing significantly to the development of logical positivism. This group of philosophers, scientists, and mathematicians found inspiration in Frege's emphasis on logic and his approach to the philosophy of language. His ideas laid the groundwork for their pursuit of a scientific worldview based on logical analysis. One of Frege's most pivotal distinctions was between concept and object, which has become fundamental in understanding the structure of knowledge. This distinction clarifies how we can talk about properties or predicates, concepts, and the things they apply to objects, offering a clearer framework for analyzing mathematical and logical propositions. Frege's critique of psychologism marked a significant step in separating psychology from logic. Psychologism, the view that logic is a branch of psychology, was challenged by Frege's argument that logical laws are not about how people think, but about objective truths. This position helped to establish logic as an independent discipline, free from the subjective nature of psychological investigation. Despite his monumental contributions to logic and mathematics, Frege's work was not fully appreciated until the mid-20th century. His ideas, which were ahead of their time, faced academic isolation and were initially overshadowed by other theories. However, the posthumous recognition of his work has cemented his status as a foundational figure in modern logic and analytic philosophy. Gottlob Frege's exploration of identity statements has significantly shaped the field of the philosophy of language. His innovative approach laid the groundwork for modern theories of reference, offering a deeper understanding of how language and logic intertwine. This pioneering work has become a cornerstone in studying how we understand and categorize the world through language. Frege also made substantial contributions to the study of formal languages, impacting the theory behind programming languages. His insights into the structure and function of language have not only enriched philosophical discourse, but have also influenced the development of computational models. This intersection between philosophy and computer science underlines the enduring relevance of Frege's ideas. In rejecting intuitive and visual reasoning in mathematics, Frege marked a pivotal shift towards formalism. This move underscored the importance of logical rigor and symbolic representation, challenging the then prevailing approaches that relied heavily on geometric intuition. Frege's stance propelled mathematics into a new era of precision and abstraction. Frege's influence extended to Ludwig Wittgenstein, inspiring the latter's thoughts on the philosophy of mathematics and language. Wittgenstein's work, which also emphasizes the logical structure of language, can be seen as a direct extension of Frege's foundational ideas. This mentorship underscores Frege's profound impact on subsequent generations of philosophers. Frege's methodology in logic and mathematics, which emphasized rigorous proof and clear definition, has set a high standard for scholarly inquiry. His insistence on precision has not only advanced the field of logic, but also stressed the importance of methodological clarity across disciplines. This legacy of meticulous thinking continues to inspire researchers in philosophy and beyond. Gottlob Frege proposed an audacious idea that the truths of arithmetic are not just truths, but are analytic and knowable a priori, challenging the then prevailing empirical views of mathematics. He argued that mathematical truths are inherent in the logic itself, a standpoint that revolutionized the way we understand the foundations of mathematics. Frege's notion of the truth value of sentences as objects was a groundbreaking innovation in logic. He introduced the concept that sentences do not merely express propositions, but also have intrinsic truth values, an idea that has profound implications for the study of logic and the philosophy of language. His work deeply questioned the very foundations of mathematics, leading to significant developments in set theory. Frege's inquiries into the logical structure of mathematics prompted a re-evaluation of how mathematical truths are established, laying the groundwork for future explorations into the nature of mathematical sets and their properties. Frege's emphasis on the distinction between meaning and reference has been a cornerstone in the field of modern semantics. This distinction has not only clarified how language functions, but also how meaning is derived in a logical context, influencing various areas of study, from linguistics to cognitive science. Despite his groundbreaking work, Frege faced academic isolation during his career. His revolutionary ideas were often met with skepticism, and it wasn't until after his death that his contributions were fully recognized. This isolation reflects the challenging nature of pioneering work that disrupts established norms and paves the way for new paradigms. Gottlob Frege's impact on the philosophy of mind and cognitive science is profound. His exploration of the foundations of arithmetic raises questions that resonate with contemporary debates in these fields. By insisting on the objective existence of mathematical objects, Frege anticipated issues that remain central to discussions on the nature of thought and understanding. Frege's legacy extends into the burgeoning field of artificial intelligence and computational linguistics. His meticulous approach to logic and mathematics, along with his development of formal systems, laid the groundwork for algorithms and computing methodologies that underpin these disciplines. His influence is a testament to the enduring relevance of his work beyond traditional philosophical boundaries. As a thinker, Frege was known for his precision and insistence on rigorous proof. This meticulousness has demanded a reconsideration of the principles of mathematics and logic, influencing generations of scholars. His work serves as a cornerstone for those seeking to understand the very structure of mathematical and logical reasoning. In the analytic tradition of philosophy, Frege's shadow looms large. His ideas have influenced a wide range of philosophers, including Quine and Davidson, who have built upon his distinction between meaning and reference. This tradition continues to explore the implications of his work, underscoring the depth of Frege's contributions to philosophy. Despite the setback of Russell's paradox, which challenged the foundation of his logical system, Frege's contributions to logic and philosophy remain unparalleled. His pioneering work in the philosophy of language, mathematics, and logic has established him as one of the most influential figures in the field, shaping the direction of 20th-century philosophy.